It is with immense pride and great reverence that I join you all today to commemorate the 90th birth anniversary of His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama, a towering spiritual figure and global icon of peace, compassion, and moral courage. His Holiness' life and teaching have profoundly shaped not only the Tibetan world, but have transcended borders and touched millions of hearts across the globe. He is a true apostle of peace, advocating tirelessly for non-violence, interfaith harmony, and universal responsibility. In a world of increasingly marked by division and discord, his voice remains a beacon of wisdom, clarity, and compassion. Awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in 1989, His Holiness continues to inspire us with his belief that true strength lies not in power but in empathy, that humanity's greatest resource is kindness. His unwavering effort to preserve Tibetan culture, language, and identity have not only kept a spiritual legacy alive, but also highlighted the critical ecological and cultural significance of Tibet, the third pole and the water tower of Asia. India is especially blessed to be His Holiness' second home. He has often expressed his deep gratitude to ancient Indian masters from Nalanda traditions like Nagarjuna, Shanta Rakshitaka, and Atisha Dipakara, and is committed to reviving their profound teachings for modern times. Over the last 6 decades, thanks to the far-sighted vision of His Holiness, all major Tibet Buddhist sects have found a place of refuge and revival across various parts of India. This remarkable effort not only safeguarded the ancient traditions of Tibet, but also empowered the entire Himalayan region to preserve its rich religious and cultural heritage. For this, we remain deeply thankful, Your Holiness. We in Arunachal Pradesh share a unique and sacred bond with His Holiness and the institution of Dalai Lama. Our tradition ties goes back centuries to the time of the great fifth Dalai Lama, under whose patronage the historic Tawang Monastery was established. We take great pride in the fact that the sixth Dalai Lama, Sayang Gyatso, was born in Tawang, a reflection of our deep spiritual connection. His Holiness has visited Arunachal Pradesh several times and have left lasting mark on our cultural and spiritual fabric. His historic journey through Kenzamani of Mount Tawang way back in 1959 enshrined our collective memory, and His Holiness' teachings have influenced our governance philosophy. We draw inspirations from his principles of compassion and non-violence in shaping policies that promote harmony and collective well-being. Our investment in value-based education, including monastic schools, are guided by his belief in educating the heart to create happy and responsible citizens. In today's world, plagued by conflict and polarization, His Holiness' message of inner peace and ethical living hold even greater relevance. As he often reminds us, lasting peace is not built on fear, but on moral understanding and inner tranquility. It is with immense joy that we celebrate His Holiness being conferred the title of Peerless Teacher of 21st Century, a tribute long overdue. At this moment of celebration, we welcome the joyous and unwavering support to the recent reaffirmation by His Holiness on the continuation of the institution of Dalai Lama. The historic declaration has brought clarity and comfort to the millions and millions of people, especially the Himalayan Buddhist community, and reaffirms our collective commitment to to uphold the traditional Tibetan Buddhism process for the recognition of his reincarnation in line with the guidance of Ganden Forang Trust. This decision is not just spiritual, it is civilizational. It reinforces the value of religious freedom, cultural autonomy, and the sacred responsibility to preserve the spiritual heritage for future generations. On behalf of the people of Arunachal Pradesh, particularly the Mon region and the larger Buddhist fraternity of the Himalayas, I offer our deepest gratitude and full support to His Holiness. We stand by his vision, we cherish his teachings, and we pray for his long, healthy, and joyous life. May his light continue to guide humanity towards peace, understanding, and harmony. Long live His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama. Jai Gyalo, Tashi Dile, and Jai Hind.
आज पूरे दुनिया भर के कई देशों के लोग आए थे दलाई लामा जी के 90वें जन्मदिन पर उनके दीर्घायु जीवन के लिए उनके जो रास्ते हैं उन रास्तों पर जो देश को दुनिया को जो उन्होंने प्रकाश दिखाया सत्य हिंसा अहिंसा उसके लिए हम लोग आज आए थे उनके दीर्घायु जीवन की कामना करने के लिए भारत सरकार की तरफ से हम भी आए थे हमारे साथ किरण रिजिजू जी थे हम सब लोगों ने आज उनको शुभकामना दी है और हम उम्मीद करते हैं कि उनका जीवन दीर्घायु
सर दलाई लामा के जन्मदिन पर आप भी बधाई देने पहुंचे थे किस तरह के देखते हैं दलाई लामा
देखिए दलाई लामा जी का आज जन्म दिवस था और स्थानीय विधायक होने के नाते जहाँ पूरे विश्व भर से लोग आज बधाई संदेश दे रहे हैं उसमें मैं भी आज सम्मिलित हुआ हूँ और हमारा ये धर्मशाला क्षेत्र का सौभाग्य है कि वो यहाँ पर उनका निवास है यहाँ वो रहते हैं और जो संदेश शांति का और धर्म के मार्ग पर चलने का दलाई लामा जी ने पूरे विश्व को दिया है मुझे लगता है कि हमारा सौभाग्य है कि हम उस युग में हैं जब दलाई लामा हमारे बीच में हैं तो ईश्वर उनको लंबी आयु दे स्वस्थ रखे यही कामना
Today, with deep reverence and boundless joy, I join millions around the world in wishing His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama a most happy and joyful 98th birthday. This is a celebration of a remarkable life dedicated to compassion, wisdom, and non-violence. Your Holiness, you are more than a spiritual leader. You are a living bridge between ancient wisdom and the modern world. For over 7 decades, you have carried the light of Buddha's teachings with humility and clarity, guiding not only followers of Tibetan Buddhism, but people of all faith and backgrounds towards a more compassionate and ethical way of life. In a world strife with conflict, your message embodied in how you continue to lead your life assume even greater and more urgent significance. It is a matter of pride and honor for India and Indians to have you in our midst. As we mark this milestone, it is important to honor the deep historical relationship between India and Tibet. When the great masters like Santa Rakshita and Padma Sambhava journeyed from India to Tibet in 8th century, they planted the seeds of Dharma that would flourish in Tibetan soil. These teachings, rooted in profound Nalanda tradition, were preserved, practiced, and expanded by generations of Tibetan scholars and yogis. On behalf of people of India and government of India, I bow down at his lotus feet and wish him a very happy birthday and a long life, so that he guides us all and the suffering humanity with this great compassion. Your Holiness is undoubtedly a visionary statesman and a spiritual master whose influence extends to global ethics. His teachings on compassion, mindfulness, and interdependence resonate with the people of all faiths and backgrounds. His application of Bodhisattva ideals in modern leadership, combining wisdom, pragya, and compassion, karuna, skill in the use of means in diplomacy, leading by example through Buddhist practical universal practices is unique. His Holiness the Dalai Lama is one of the most revered, admired, and worshipped global spiritual leaders and the most honored guest of India. We feel blessed for his presence here in our country, which he regards as his Arya Bhumi. His Holiness the Dalai Lama profoundly calls himself the son of India, and he is one of the greatest ambassadors of the ancient Indian knowledge. He has always held the view that India can make significant contributions towards world peace through inner peace by utilizing ancient Indian knowledge and combining it with modern education. He has time and again reiterated the need for India to revive its ancient knowledge. As a devotee myself, and on behalf of all the millions of devotees across the world, I want to emphatically state that whatever decision taken by His Holiness the Dalai Lama, the established conventions and traditions, we will fully abide by it, and we will follow the directions and the guidelines to be issued from the institution of the Dalai Lama. I feel proud and I'm very fortunate to have closely followed His Holiness and His Dharma teachings and the words of wisdom for humanity. I diligently follow His Holiness statements and speeches and his travels across the world, being showered with love and affection wherever he went, breaking the barriers of religion, culture, race, and tradition. I am one of the privileged ones who had the occasion of attending the 80th anniversary of His Holiness' birthday in 2015 here. And now I am totally blessed to return back to Dharamshala to attend the 90th birth anniversary of His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama. The Tibetan communities in India have been peaceful. They have made positive contributions in many ways. I have been regularly in touch with the Tibetan friends, members of Tibetan community, to listen to their problems and try to solve them from time to time. I have always held the view that there is need for us to contribute significantly towards the cause of Tibetan people. I have strongly been a strong votary of extending Government of India's welfare schemes to the Tibetan community who have lived peacefully over the decades in India. And I want to reiterate, my office, my house is open for the Tibetan brothers and sisters forever. At this moment, I am reminded of my visit to Bodh Gaya in January 2023, when I was one of the fortunate ones, blessed by His Holiness to have laid the foundation of Dalai Lama Center for Tibetan and Indian Ancient Wisdom in Bodh Gaya in his very presence. The institution serves as a global center for conducting education, research, and other programs to promote this, to bless and guide us and come out of sufferings and lead a dharma life of peace, happiness, harmony, and compassion. Lastly, I would like to appreciate the declaration made by the Central Tibetan Administration. The decision to celebrate 6 July 25 to 6 July 26 as the year of compassion to express our deepest gratitude to His Holiness the Dalai Lama for his tireless effort in promoting basic human values through practice of compassion, fostering inter-religious harmony, preserving Tibetan culture, and protecting the environment and reviving ancient Indian wisdom of Nalanda tradition. I once again thank the CTA for adopting this resolution, and once again on behalf of the Government of India and people of India, my colleague Sri Rajiv Ranjan Singh ji, I feel totally blessed to be here on this very, very auspicious occasion of 90th birthday celebration of His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama. Thank you very much. Tashi Delhi.